All right, good morning, everybody. Mr. Shadowin at Highland Elementary. Today is a special day for us. We are honoring our veterans this week, and we've got a couple of special guests in the house today. And we've also have a special interviewer this morning that we want to introduce to you guys.
Hi, I'm Braden Lowe, and these are my grandfathers, Bobby Lowe and Jerry Howard. Both are veterans. They are here to answer questions about their service in the military. What branch of the military were you in? What country were you stationed in? And how long did you serve?
I was in the U.S. Air Force. I was in for 5 years. And I was stationed in the United States. I was stationed in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Branch of military. I was in the Army. I served in Germany, and I was there for 2 years.
What was your job in the military?
I had clerk. One of my best things I did, Braden, is when I went to school. I did typing in high school, and it saved me when I went to the service because they needed somebody to type. And I got to be a training clerk, and that was
I
my
worked
job.
on the aircraft weapons.
What fun things did you do on base?
Went to the movies.
I don't know about fun, entertaining. After we got off work, we played cards and played pool and went to the PX exchange and just
What
hung
was
out.
training like?
Oh, it was rough. Basic training, but it really was. Physically and mentally, it was one of the roughest things we've probably done. But I mean, in order to make a soldier out of you, that's what you had to go through.
You had to get up early, get your bed made and everything. Then you marched everywhere you went. We marched to the rifle range. We marched to
Cafeteria.
cafeteria, training rooms, and we had KP too.
What was the food like?
It was pretty good.
I liked it. Them cooks, they can cook, and they cook massive amounts. That's the thing. I don't know how they did it, but it was all in all pretty good.
Did you miss your family?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't have FaceTime and any of that. Skype, all we had was telephones. Yeah, and time difference was 5 or 6 hours ahead of us over there, so we had to call early in the afternoon. You know, but yeah, you miss your family.
But I was lucky. I got to bring my wife and my son to Alaska for the last 2.5 years there when I was up there.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
We want to thank both of these gentlemen, both of our veterans, for coming in today. It's truly a pleasure. And we want to thank Braden for doing the interview for us today. Happy Veterans Day, everybody, from Highland Elementary School.
Good morning. I'm Jeremy Cameron. I'm a principal here in your district, but at one time I was a sailor in the United States Navy. It was one of the best possible things I could have ever done with my life, and it helped me become the man I am today and have the discipline I do to have today. So I'm very excited to speak with you for about 5 minutes or so about Veterans Day 2021. This is going out to a lot of elementary schools, I'm thinking, but I just wanted to say how happy I am to be here with you. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. That's an oath that every sailor and Marine, soldier, airman take on when we swear in and go into service and go to boot camp. That's a very, very important oath that we hold dear. It's kind of like being a person of your word and swearing allegiance to a higher level. It's very meaningful to veterans, and it's something that we swore for life. So it doesn't end just because our service ended. So, things to remember. It began, Veterans Day itself, on Armistice Day. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month was the end of World War I. In 1954, President Eisenhower signed a bill making Armistice Day known as Veterans Day, and that's why we're here and we celebrate it today. Veterans Day is for living veterans, and we'll go over why Veterans Day versus Memorial Day are two different things altogether. This is the Veterans Administration annual poster. So every year the Veterans Administration puts out a poster. The subject this year was the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. You'll see that there's a person walking back and forth in front of this tomb, and that actually has been going on since the Guard was established in 1926. So someone's been walking back and forth in front of this tomb since 1926, nonstop, as a guard to a soldier. And what they say on the tomb is, "Here rest in honored glory an American soldier known but to God." The sad truth about war is at times we can't identify those because war is such a horrible thing. And sometimes that soldier, when they can't be identified, is placed here. I'm thankful for that honor that we bestow upon those that are willing to give the ultimate sacrifice to our country. It is at the top of Arlington National Cemetery on a hill, and it looks down on all these grave markers, and these are grave markers of those who have given their life, which we honor during Memorial Day. Here's an actual picture. These guys live and work below the tomb, and they're always on guard for the soldier while they have that duty. So, big thing to remember, freedom is not free. Your ability to do everything that we do in society, in a democratic society, is because of our active duty military and our veterans. Most veterans are volunteers who are willing to stand up for freedom, for our country, and the principles of democracy around the world. We're an extension of America all over the world, on ships, on planes, on foreign bases, and we stand for the principles of what we hold dear in the United States. Life, loss of life, permanent disability, mental health issues because of what they've seen, loss of time with family are just a few of the sacrifices our veterans knowingly choose so that you can have the freedom that you have here in the United States. And it is immensely more than a lot of places. I can't tell you that enough. Veterans Day versus Memorial Day is something I wanted to highlight because it's very important to me and most veterans. Memorial Day is meant for those who gave their life to the country and our citizens. Veterans Day is to celebrate living veterans who are citizens of our community. and that are currently in the military. So keep that in mind. There's a big distinction between those two. Memorial Day is to remember those that passed for us. Veterans Day is to remember those still living. Memorial Day began in 1868. Veterans Day began in 1954. Memorial Day was established by President, not Lincoln, but just after Lincoln, just after the Civil War, because so many lives were lost for our country. Things to do you could do on Memorial Day could be put flowers on a grave, fly a flag at home, serve others in your community to honor the service of those that passed for you. But Veterans Day, thank a veteran for their service. Write a thank you note or letters to military troops or veterans. Attend a Veterans Day parade. And also, potentially, complete acts of service in your community to honor those who have served you. And that's kind of where I'll leave you today. I ask that you always thank your veterans that you know for their service. Ask that you always do your part of this freedom. Vote when you turn 18. Be kind to all people in our country, even those who hold different views than you, because they have the same freedom that you do to speak whatever you believe. Volunteer to help others. That's a big thing for veterans because we are very much volunteers to establish freedom in our country and around the world. Earn your freedom by contributing something positive to your school, your city, your state, and your country. And lastly, be the change that you want to see in the world. That was said by Gandhi, not by me. But if you see something that needs to change, you have the freedom to make a choice to do it. I hope that you'll do that. Just that thing, that you will actually make the change that maybe others can't, and you have the ability to. Either way, I ran about 2 minutes long, and I apologize for that, but it's so good talking to each of you today. And I hope that you have an amazing Veterans Day and that you can get out and thank those around you. Thanks.